By Claire Bank, Cuba City Family Dental, Culver's of Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville, Edward Jones Representative Ben Reeves and Elena Reeves, Fuller's Milker Center, Nutrition World, the Peterson Agency, Raleigh Cheese, the Shoebox, and Tricor Insurance.
Good afternoon from Lancaster High School, the second half of the Lancaster Wrestling Invitational coming up here on 97.7 Country, WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. I'm Tyler Dictanis alongside Chuck Rasmussen and Scott Tolzman. Gentlemen, a fun morning of wrestling, and we're going to head into the championship rounds in what should be a very fun afternoon of high school wrestling.
Yeah, very fun, very interesting. Some very good matches coming up here, too. Yeah, it should go very well. The competition, I say, when you get to the top couple in each weight class are pretty good. So it'll be fun.
Got some very fun matches, some very physical matches so far. And now that the top wrestlers are set to go head-to-head, should wrap up what has been a very fun day so far here at Lancaster High School. This is our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Our coverage today also brought to you by Nutrition World Health and Wellness. Quality, selection, and knowledge for optimal health and energy levels are found at Nutrition World Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville. By Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental, where the colors are always bright white without putting your finances in the red. In our scoreboard today, presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We'll get you the team scores in a few moments. Our wrestling coverage today also brought to you by People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their 20 area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. By Prairie Motorsports of Prairie du Chien and at prairiemotorsports.com. We'll take a quick break and bring you more on our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show. Maybe pick out a couple of the matches that we're going to have our eye on during this championship round of the 56th annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. The Raleigh Cheese pre-match show continues after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-match 1.
If life's worries are getting you down, don't let insurance be one of those worries. Call the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Representing Hastings Mutual Insurance Company, the Peterson Agency's job is to reduce and eliminate your auto, business, home, and other insurance worries and satisfy your insurance needs. The Peterson Agency in Argyle, representing Hastings Mutual Insurance Company, known for Midwestern values since 1885. They know insurance. The Peterson Agency in Argyle.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. Join Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
You give 110% at work and in the game, so why not give 110% to get a beautiful, healthy smile? Schedule your routine checkups and any major dental care at Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. They'll help you maintain a beautiful smile, along with daily brushing and flossing for healthy teeth and gums. Call today to schedule your checkup, and if you have any problems with your teeth, make an appointment with Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Wolf's Grantland Graphics, just a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf's Grantland Graphics offers full-service copying and printing, available in wide format for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf's Grantland Graphics of Lancaster.
Have you been looking for a fabulous rate on your checking account? Then go to Apple River State Bank, where the interest rate on the Apple Advantage checking account is on the rise. Each Apple Advantage account also receives free online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. For more details, go to appleriverstatebank.com or stop by today and open your Apple Advantage checking. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
Pre-match 1.
Back on the Raleigh Cheese pre-match show from the 56th annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational on 97.7 Country, WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling is presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. Our shoebox scoreboard update through half of our action. In Lancaster, Sparta in first place with 93 team points. Darlington Blackhawk in second place with 91 points. Lancaster in third with 88. Cuba City Benton Southwestern in fourth place with 82 team points. Right behind them, Belmont Platteville with 81. Broadhead in sixth place with 71 team points, and rounding out the teams in today's tournament, River Ridge in seventh place with 52 team points. So that's our shoebox scoreboard update from the Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. We should also mention that the Wisconsin Badgers are in action against Illinois. You can catch that game over on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL. And then at 1:30, we'll have Raleigh Cheese pregame coverage for the girls-boys doubleheader between Highland and Darlington. Mark Evenstead will have the call of that one. That one again over on Extreme 1071 and X1071.com. We're going to take one more break, and we will resume action at 12:35. We'll have coverage of the national anthem and the second half of the Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. The Raleigh Cheese pre-match show continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care. Sports is presented by Ben Reeves CFP, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Platteville. Are you selling your farm? Give Ben a call. Member SIPC, located by Nutrition World on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville.
Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Experience the difference.
The mission of Apple River State Bank is to develop long-term relationships with farm customers. The bank is committed to do whatever is necessary to help your ag business be successful. Apple River State Bank will design financing solutions that are right for you. Stop by or visit AppleRiverStateBank.com for details, or call Tim White or Jeff Millen in the Hazel Green office and see how they can add value to your ag business. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Brian Steffes Construction is the area's leading authorized WIC building construction company. For all your construction needs, contact Brian Steffes Construction in Mineral Point. WIC Buildings, your dreams, their building expertise. Together we can build something special.
Pre-match 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The mats have been cleared and we are set to resume action in just a few moments. Our wrestling coverage today brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting our area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ever Auto Body Repair, a division of Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream today on WGLR.com and our YouTube channel. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. All right, and we will pause for today's national anthem. Awesome rendition of today's national anthem from Lancaster High School. I believe that was Aaliyah Diachand singing our national anthem. Excellent job and setting us up with the second half of the Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. Coverage today brought to you by Community First Bank, serving you in Boscobel, Fenimore, Lancaster, Livingston, Muscadet, Platteville, and Prairie du Chien. First for you, member FDIC. By Majestic View Dairy of Lancaster, from the farm to your fridge. They produce milk for delicious and nutritious beverages and foods. Learn more at Majestic View Classroom on Facebook. By Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. And by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. Tyler Dictanis, Chuck Rasmussen, and Scott Tolzman with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, perched atop the bleachers here at Lancaster High School. As same thing from our morning coverage, 3 mats, and it looks like mat number 2 is going to get the party started at 1:13.
All right, and 113 pounds, mat number 2, it's going to be Aird. Eli Aird from Darlington, wrestling against Colton Isley from Belmont Platteville. Mat number 1 is going to be Landon Connolly from Sparta and Alvarez Dinavi.
Dinavi, yeah.
Okay, and that's over on mat number 1, and I believe that Jamin Krapp is going to be up on mat number 3. Yes, he's taken to the mat right now. Jamin Krapp for the Flying Arrows at 120 pounds. His opponent is going to be Brandon Walters from Sparta. Walters has won all 3 of his matches so far. Krapp has won 2 and lost 1 in a round robin bracket here at 120 pounds. And Kraft with the fireman's carry, and he's going to get the takedown, and he's going to put Walters on his back.
On mat 2, Aird from Darlington pins Isley from Belmont Platteville.
McNutt Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on the call and ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs. If you've been considering adding a generator to your operation, contact McNutt Electric of Belmont.
So Kraft able to come up with a fall on mat number 3. That gives Walters his first loss of the day, and it gives Kraft his 3rd win. So Walters and Kraft and Aird.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Family owned since 1942. Also by D&D Electric in Lancaster, specializing in industrial wiring, maintenance, install, and control. Flying Arrow proud, D&D Electric of Lancaster.
On mat 1 right now is Connolly from Sparta and Dinavi from Belmont Platteville. Score is tied 2-2. Dinavi got the takedown, and Connolly got the reversal. They go off the mat with 23 seconds left to go in the first period. Dinavi's down. There's a whistle. Dinavi tries a switch. Comes up, stands up, trying to peel the wrists, and they go out of bounds.
On mat number 2, Tracer from Cuba City, wrestling against Lietzau from Sparta. Lietzau has won all 3 of his matches so far. Weigel from Belmont Platteville also in this weight class. He has won his first 3, and he's got the bye. Lietzau and Weigel will meet up in the next round for probably the championship.
On mat 1 with 3 seconds left to go, Dinavi gets an escape. He leads in the match 3-2.
Sports page in Belmont welcomes you in for ice cold beverages and to order out their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas. On Sundays, the sports page in Belmont.
Dinavi wins the choice. He chooses down. Tries a switch. Connolly catches it, stops him. Connolly throws both legs in, flattens out Dinavi. Now he's got the half in working the power half with the legs in. He's got the arm back, but the ref's going to call potentially dangerous.
Beats-all up 8-3 after the first period with Tracer from Cuba.
So we have a restart on mat 1. There it is. Denavi stands up, gets away, leads now 4-2, both in neutral position. Connolly shoots in for a double. Connolly tries the counter. Connolly comes up on top and gets a 2 takedown. Score is now 4-4.
Leads all with about a 2-second switch. And he now leads 10-3.
Denavi tries to stand up. Connolly counters, puts him back down, has the leg in. Connolly comes up and around, switches him. Unable to control. Connolly comes back up the top. Now Denavi is able to get a reversal. He's got the half in. Trying to work it. Tries a 3/4 Nelson, gives up on it. Still he has the leg in, trying to break Connolly down. Connolly rolls, comes up and around. Has the front headlock on, he's going to get the 1-point escape. He tries to throw, but Connolly is able to recover and gets a 2-point takedown. Scores 8-5.
Beats out with a 3-point near fall. It's going to give the escape. Back in on a double leg. Beats out with a 15-4 lead. 35 seconds remaining, second period.
Connolly breaks the half. Is able to come back. Stands up. Gets a 1-point escape. And that's how the period's going to end.
For Supply, oh, go ahead.
Denavi's ahead 8-6.
For Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet when quality parts are needed. The experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Also by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors in Belmont. Learn more by visiting their showroom or at carey'sguttersanddoors.com. Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont.
There's an escape by Connolly. Both are on the feet. Connolly comes in with the fireman's. Denavi picks the ankle. He's trying to break the hand off the leg. He's trying to flatten him out. Spins around and gets the 2 takedown. Denavi's ahead 10-7 in the third period. Denavi tries to put a cradle in. Getting a little high. Connolly's trying to grab his head. Sucks the head under. Denavi rolls through and puts him Connolly on his back. And there's the pin. Denavi's going to win by a pin in 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
On mat number 3, I believe that's Tyler Kissamore from Belmont Platteville. He holds a 3-2 lead over Connor Brimmeyer from Cuba City. And I believe it's in the third period with 1 minute and 45 remaining.
The sports page in Belmont welcomes everyone to stop in for some ice cold beverages and to order out their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The sports page in Belmont, also by Carver's Hardwood Flooring LLC in Benton. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
On mat 1, we have Aird from Darlington and Hammond from Belmont Platteville. Aird picked ankle and has a 2-point takedown. He's working to put Hammond on his back. He's got a power half in, got a leg in, working the leg up towards the head, pushing that half in deeper. He's got Hammond on his back, working for a pin. Hammond rolls. Aird lets him go. gets a 3-point near fall, and Hammond has a 1-point escape. Air shoots in for a double leg, takes Hammond down.
On mat number 2, it's Joe Esser from Lancaster and Jaden Condor from Sparta. No score after the first 45 seconds of this match at 132 pounds. And on mat number 3, that's Kissamore leading 5-4 the last 8 seconds as Brimmeyer takes a shot on Kissamore, and Kissamore will win 5-4.
Benton State Bank with branch locations in Shelburne and Potosi, Tennyson, serving all of your financial needs with a hometown personal touch. The Benton State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Condor from Sparta able to get the first takedown in the match against Joe Esser at 132 pounds. Condor at 12-7, Esser at 9-8.
Back on mat 1 with 25 seconds left to go. Air from Darlington Blackhawk will pin Hammond in 1 minute and 38 seconds.
Esser with the escape, back neutral. 25 seconds first period.
Looks like we got a couple River Ridge wrestlers on mat number 3 as well.
Okay, let's see if we can find them. There was 2 River Ridge wrestlers there. It ends up a fall. Can't tell you which one won.
Well, the River Ridge wrestler won.
Yep.
That we do know.
Red.
Esser will be in the top position to start the second period, trailing 2-1.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942.
On mat 1, it looks like it's Sefrud from Darlington Blackhawk versus Olerich from Belmont Platteville. Sefrud has a 2-point lead in the first period with a minute left to go. He's got Olerich down on his stomach. Got an arm bar. Let's go to the arm bar. Working one-on-one. Pushes Olerich away, gives him the 1-point escape. Both on their feet. Olerich shoots into a single. Sefrud counters. Both come back up. Tries to drag. Both tie up.
Esser and Condor neutral, 3-1 Condor.
25 seconds left to go on the match. Sefrud shoots in for a single, lifts him up, ducks it under, and brings Olerich down to the mat for a 2-point takedown. Sefrud leads 4-1 with 10 seconds left to go in the first period.
Still neutral between Condor and Esser. Forehead to forehead.
Sefrud wins the toss. He chooses down. Olerich will be on top. Start the second period. Score 4-1 in favor of Sefrud. Sefrud stands up. Trying to peel the wrists off. Hands. Olerich is able to trip him back down to the mat. They both stand up.
Esser, a nice shot, and they're going to go out of bounds before he can score, but a nice double leg shot there by Joe Esser at the end of the second period. 3-1 Esser trails Condor.
Ulrich gets called for stalling. Sefru comes around, trips Ulrich, gets a reversal, and takes Ulrich to his back. We'll score a 3-point near fall, and they'll go out of bounds. So with a minute 32 seconds left to go, Sefru's ahead 9-1 in the second period.
Condor with a good tight waist on Esser, left arm around the waist. Esser up to his feet, working the hands, and he'll get the escape, making it 3-2. Minute and 45 showing on the clock, third period.
Sefru's got Ulrich down on his stomach, working the tilt. He's got the tilt, and the official is counting. Breaks the tilt, scores a 2-point near fall, now leads 11-1. Sefru's got the arm bar, he's got it in deep, reaching across for a one-on-one. Going to try and walk it around his head. Ulrich is coming up to his base to try to counter it. Sefru breaks him back down. Now trying to walk around the head again. Ulrich comes up. Let's go with the arm.
1 minute between Esser and Condor. Esser still trails 3-2.
Sefru's got Ulrich on his stomach, working those arms, trying to get an arm bar up. Got the arm up on the back. Now he's got a single wing in. Try and walk around the head. Isn't able to get it. Ulrich is posting. And that's where we'll end the second period. Sefru up 11-1.
We're at 25 seconds. Condor takes a shot on Esser. Esser counters, and they're going to go out of bounds and get a free shot again. Esser had taken a shot just 15 seconds ago and got sprawled out, but he did a nice job getting back up to his base and getting back up to his feet. Down 15 seconds now.
Sefru with a nice single leg duck under, gets a 2-point takedown, and he lets Ulrich go. Scores 13-2 with a minute 35 seconds left to go.
Esser needs a shot, 10 seconds.
Neutral position. Sefru's got the tie, whizzering. Comes back, tries to pick the ankle in a wizard. Breaks Ulrich down and gets a 2-point takedown. Trying to turn Ulrich over.
Condor wins by a score of 3-2 as the clock malfunctioned for a little bit.
On mat 1, Sefru from Darlington Blackhawk is going to win by a pin in 5 minutes and 2 seconds over Ulrich from Belmont Plateau.
Broadcast today brought to you by Clare Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting our area's high school sports teams. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. By Prairie Motorsports of Prairie du Chien and at prairiemotorsports.com. Broadcast today also brought to you by Russell Law Offices. They're here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, personal injury, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices.
On mat number 1, we have 2 Lancaster wrestlers. It's Devin Tidrick and Preston Clemens. They came up to the table and were looking. And Clemens kind of like, yep, this is good. But yeah, they're wrestling on mat number 1. Tidrick in for a nice double leg. He's going to lift Clemens. Again, Clemens new to the program this year. Has not wrestled before. Tidrick is a junior. Pretty solid wrestler too. Tidrick at 11-7. Clemens at 1-3.
On mat 2, we have Waylon from Broadhead Judah versus Brian Meyer from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton. And he is down 5-0.
Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville called the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. That's 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is at Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. Looks like Tidrick's going to get the pin here on mat number 1.
Tidrick now 4-0 on the day. He will be wrestling against McIntyre from Broadhead in the championship match in another hour or so.
Our next on mat 1, 182 pounds, is Bryce Dolly from Lancaster. That is Noble from Darlington.
I guess on mat 2, it's Lohmeyer from Broadhead Judah versus Reddington from Cuba City. They changed the weight.
Lancaster Auto Body has been serving the Lancaster area since 1960 for certified collision repair, detailing, spray and bed liners, PPG lifetime paint warranty, washing and waxing, and more. Lancaster Auto Body, where we meet by accident.
At 152 pounds, Nolan Wolf from Lancaster gets a bye this round. And now on mat number 1, it's going to be Landon Bush from Cuba City against Nolan Hankey from Lancaster. I believe these two wrestled in the dual meet earlier in the year, the first dual meet for both teams, and it wasn't that. It was Lancaster's first dual meet. Cuba had wrestled, I think, against River Valley earlier in the year. Two pretty good freshmen.
On mat 2, Lamar from Broadhead has Reddington from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton on his back with a minute 20 seconds to go in the second period.
Bush and Hankey still sparring around. Bush coming up with a Russian tie on the left arm of Hankey.
Pin on mat 2. Lamar from Broadhead Judah wins in 3 minutes and 2 seconds over Reddington from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton.
Just a reminder, those listening out there, if you've got youth, Lancaster has a youth tournament here at the high school tomorrow. I think sign-up goes till maybe 6 o'clock this evening. You do need to be pre-registered. So do that if you're interested in coming up. I know they said that they had a couple hundred people already signed up as of last evening. I think wrestling starts tomorrow around 9 o'clock.
Carver's Hardwood Flooring LLC in Benton for hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
Bush gets a takedown in the latter part of the first period. He'll lead 2-0 going into the second period against Hankey from Lancaster. Hakeem Bush neutral.
I believe on mat 3, it's Pickle from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton versus Poss from Sparta. And Poss is ahead 6-0.
1 minute mark, second period. We're still 2-0 Bush. Plug the youth tournament as far as for tomorrow for here at Lancaster. Also going to plug the middle school wrestling. Middle school wrestling in this part of the state started just this last week. First match is going to be Thursday at Mineral Point. So those of you that may be on the fence, get out and work with the middle school team too. Wrestle. Awesome sport. Like to see you out. Bush has just been warned for stalling. Still neutral, just kind of a pushing back and forth. Really neither Bush or Hankey doing anything. They got still 5 seconds and the whistle or the buzzer and mat 2 blew, so they both kind of relaxed and didn't do much for the last 5 seconds.
Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside assistance, and long distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor. Visit them in Keeler and at guystruck.com.
On mat 3 right now, we have Chris from Darlington Blackhawk versus Spenceley from Belmont Platteville. And Chris gets the takedown and leads 2-0 in the first period.
All right, Bush starts the third period in the down position and now has gained a reversal with a minute and a half showing on the clock in the third period. Bush leads 4-0.
Chris controlling Spenceley. He's working those arms. Trying to work an arm bar. Reaches underneath to grab the wrist. He's going to try and tilt him. Spenceley stops it. Comes back to his base.
And a scramble here between Bush and Hankey, and they're still trying to figure out who's going to have control here. And will Bush will give up the escape as they go out of bounds, making the score 4-1 with 54 seconds remaining third period.
Eventually to his base, tries to switch. Chris counters it. Throws the legs in. Trying to power half him over. Spenceley's trying to kick him over. And ends up getting a reversal right at the end of the first period. Score is tied 2-2.
All right, got 1 point now for Hankey. Bush backing up again, makes the score at 4-2 with 34 seconds to go in the third period. They're neutral.
Spenceley starts down, second period. Chris got a tight waist on. Spenceley sits.
15 as they go out of bounds, and Hankey has to refix his headgear. They're ready to go, neutral. Hankey trails 4-2. Arm drag, Russian tie by Bush. Push away, 7 seconds. Hankey trying to throw. Bush is going to maintain good position, and they're going to go out of bounds with .7.
On mat 3, Spenceley and Chris are still tied 2-2. Spenceley sits out, switches around, comes out, and gets an escape. Both are neutral.
Bush wins by a score of 4-2.
Both Spenceley and Chris are up, locked up, working close to the edge of the mat. 35 seconds left to go in the second period. They push apart, come back to the center. Spenceley shoots. Chris sprawls back, tries to spin around. Both down on their knees. Chris trying to work the front headlock. There's a stalemate.
On mat number 1, it's going to be Bryce Golly from Lancaster. He's going to be wrestling against Maddox Goebel from Darlington. Golly at 19-4, Goebel at 18-5. Two very well put together 182 pounders. And on the center mat, it's going to be Brady Lawringer from Lancaster wrestling against Cale Denar from Cuba City. Denar with the initial takedown.
Start of the third period. Chris Charles down. He gains an escape. Scores should be 3-3.
Goble and Golly still stalking each other right in the center of the mat.
Spenceley and Chris working in the middle of the mat. Minute 20 seconds left to go. Chris shoots in. Spenceley sprawls, pushes out. They go out of bounds.
Denar up score of 7-0. Make it 10-0 at the 52nd mark of the first period.
Minute 10 seconds left to go on mat 3 between Spenceley and Chris. Score is tied 3-3.
Golly and Goble, still no score. 20 seconds remaining in the first period.
Spenceley shoots in for a single, tries a fireman's. Chris counters it, spins around, and gets a 2-point takedown. Chris is now ahead, 5-3.
Out of bounds, 3 seconds remaining. Goble and Golly, both state qualifiers last year.
36 seconds left to go on mat 3. Go out of bounds, so they'll have a restart. Spenceley is down, Chris is up, and Chris is leading the match 5-3.
Denar comes up with a fall.
Bryan's auto body and paint specialist in Lancaster. The pros at Bryan's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Bryan's auto body and paint in Lancaster, also by Farmers Family Dental. Dr. Wade Farmer offers facial aesthetic services as well as your dental needs for big city dentistry with a hometown feel. Farmers Family Dental in Lancaster.
Spenceley gets an escape. He's trying to do a chest crusher. Catches Chris, but Chris rolls through. 5 seconds left to go. Chris is ahead 5-4.
Golly starts the second period in a down position and very quickly able to come up with the escape. Goble back in on a low single now, trying to work up. Head inside. Trying to thread himself through there is Goble. Golly able to just kind of corkscrew his body around. And still close to a stalemate here, I think. But no, Golly's able to come around. He'll take advantage and get the 2 takedown. Golly leads 3-0 at the minute and 5 mark of the second period. Goble up to his feet, and he'll cut through and get the escape. Goble, nice double leg shot on Golly. Golly doing a nice job, though, of getting those feet back and hips in and sprawling. And Golly using his length here now for some leverage to try to get around. And reach back and break the hands of Goble as Goble's got the left leg of Golly locked up. Golly trying to come around to the side and hook up a cradle, even though Goble still has the leg locked. And Golly around. He'll get the takedown, and he's got Goble on his back. Bryce Golly for the Flying Arrows. Not able to get the pin. Goble, a nice job getting back over to his base. We'll have an 8-1 score as we go to the third period here at 182 pounds between Bryce Golly and Maddox Gable. I apologize. I said Gable, I'm not sure. Goble, okay.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Family owned since 1942.
I do believe mat 2 at 195 pounds. This is Kristen Darlington and Whitey from Broadhead, Judah.
Goebel gets the escape, not a lot of resistance by Golly. So we're neutral in the score of 8-2 at the minute and 40 mark of the third period.
Start of the second period. Chris chooses down. Whitey trying to break him down. Chris stands up. Whitey throws a cradle in. Trying to hoist Chris over. Chris is posting.
I used a description of Goebel and Golly stalking each other, and that's basically what they're doing again here in the third period. Golly able to fend off a shot by Goebel, and trying to spin around is Golly, and Golly, tried to go with the face hook, but a good job there showing some balance and athleticism is Goebel, so they're back up there to the feet. Goebel takes a shot. Golly trying to snap him down. He's got the hips in, feet back. Golly.
On Matt,
score. Go ahead.
On Matt 2, Chris gets an escape, shoots in for a single leg, picks him up and takes him right to his back and ends up getting the win by a pin.
He's got some strength too, doesn't he?
Yes.
Out of bounds, back to the center, Golly and Goebel. 20.8 showing on the clock. Golly up by a score of 8-2. Goebel with a shot, Golly again. The hips in good position, feet back, cross facing now, trying to come around and score and get another takedown here at the end of the third period. And that will be our final score, 8-2. Match here between Golly and Goebel.
People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their 20 area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Also by Sire T Auto Body, complete collision repair with PPG paint warranty, spray and bed liners, free pickup and delivery of loaner cars too. Sire T's also handles their claim process. Call Eric at Sire T's in Bloomington.
On mat number 1, going to the mat, is Ryan McCartney from Lancaster. His opponent will be Fox Austin from Cuba City, Benton Southwestern. Austin with a record of 17-7. McCartney with a record of 17-5. McCartney in on a nice double. He's going to elevate, and he's going to bring Austin down to the mat. Off to the right-hand side now is McCartney, and he's got the half Nelson in, and he's got Austin on his back. McCartney trying to come up with a fall. Austin does a good job getting back towards his base. McCartney readjusts, got that half in again, and he's got an arm hooked, and there's the fall. The 100th win. For Ryan McCartney.
Excuse me. On mat 2, we have Monterondo from Belmont Platteville versus Lazaro from Darlington. Monterondo bear hugs him, picks him up, takes him right to his back, and we'll get a pin in 31 seconds.
Gives us a chance to tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by River of Lakes Resort for family-friendly camping and excellent fishing in the backwaters of the Mississippi. Get away at River of Lakes Resort. Learn more at rwellcamp.com. River of Lakes Resort in Bagley. Also by Route 35 Pub and Pizza. Come see them Tuesday through Sunday. Like them on Facebook for specials and updates. Route 35 Pub and Pizza in Bloomington.
To mat number 1 and 220 pounds have been Paxton Hankey from Lancaster. He's wrestling against John Rackershauser from Cuba City, Benton Southwestern. Hankey with a snap and spin, and he'll get the first takedown. He's just going to let Rackershauser go. Rackershauser, a senior with a record of 15-9. Hankey also a senior with a record of 13-2. Scott mentioned earlier too, the Hankey, a very trim 220 pounder, probably about 6'4", 6'5". Rackershauser takes a shot, Hankey's cross-facing, and he's got quick 2 takedown there. Wackershauser still had a leg. Official able to just award Hankey the takedown. Hankey working on the left-hand side of Wackershauser. Still working off to the left-hand side is Hankey. He's got Wackershauser now belly and chest, knees on the mat. Now brings those hips back up, does Wackershauser. He must be to the end of the this round. This is the last match, maybe?
Yeah, I believe so. There's no action going on mats 2 and 3 right now.
Okay, Hankey went with a far side cradle and tried to roll it over his back, but fortunately for him, he didn't give up anything there, but now give up the escape with 10 seconds remaining in this first period. Heel pick attempt, spinning around, and be another takedown for Hankey. He leads 6-2 as we go to period number 2.
Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Also by the Queen Bee Radio Sports SoundCloud page. If you missed any part of today's action or any of our other recent high school sports broadcasts, you can listen to the recordings anytime on demand at soundcloud.com/Queen Bee Radio Sports.
All right, Hankey chooses neutral to start the second period. Locked up with an overhook and an underhook is Hankey. Now into a body lock. Hankey just needs to drop his hips. Brings him back and they go out of bounds. No takedown for either wrestler. Hankey with an over and under again, and they'll go out of bounds. Quick shout to Kathy Penninkamp and Dwayne Leeser running the head table up there along with Brett Rollins, the athletic director. Now after this throw attempt, it's Wackershauser. He's going to get the takedown, and he's got Hankey on his back for a little bit. Hankey's able to roll through. And hasn't been awarded now. You see the official counting off back points, so there would be a reversal there. And now he does the award. Hankey trying to tighten things up and come up with the fall of Wackershauser. And there is the pin time of 3 minutes and 10 seconds for Paxton Hankey.
Doolittle's Pub and Eatery on the square in Lancaster, open for lunch and dinner, including hot soups and chili Tuesday through Saturday, and delicious pizza starting at 4. Doolittle's in Lancaster. All right, so we are in another 15-minute break. Once again, giving the wrestlers a little bit of time to recover, so we'll step aside and take a quick break as well. This is Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling, presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling here on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com.
Pre-match 3.
You give 110% at work and in the game. So why not give 110% to get a beautiful, healthy smile? Schedule your routine checkups and any major dental care at Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. They'll help you maintain a beautiful smile, along with daily brushing and flossing for healthy teeth and gums. Call today to schedule your checkup. And if you have any problems with your teeth, make an appointment with Cuba City Family Dental and Keeler Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-States. Heads Up Salon. Sherry, Jennifer, and Brittany at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, perms, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster.
Brian Steffes Construction is the area's leading authorized WIC building construction company. For all your construction needs, contact Brian Steffes Construction in Mineral Point. WIC Buildings, your dreams, their building expertise. Together we can build something special.
Pre-match 3.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The 56th annual Lancaster Invitational is at another brief intermission as we will resume action at about 1:35. We just finished the first round of the second session here this afternoon. Our Shoebox scoreboard update to give you the team scores is presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. And as I hit refresh on the team scores, the most recent updates that we can give you is that Sparta is in first place with 116 team points, and right behind them, Darlington Blackhawk with 115 team points. Lancaster in third with 94 team points. Belmont Platteville in fourth place with 92 points. Cuba City Benton Southwestern with 84 points in fifth place. Broadhead in sixth place with 83 points, and River Ridge with 61 points in seventh place. So that's our Shoebox scoreboard update for the team scoring here at the Lancaster Invitational. Other Shoebox scoreboard updates that we can give you at the half over on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Illinois on top of the Wisconsin Badgers 32-27. Again, that's at the half. And coming up in a few minutes over on Extreme 1071 and X1071.com, we have a girls-boys doubleheader, Highland at Darlington. Mark Evenstead will have the call for that. Raleigh Cheese pregame coverage set to start in about 6 minutes or so. Again, that's over on Extreme 1071 and X1071.com. Wrestling action today brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting our area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. By Prairie Motorsports at Prairie du Chien and at prairiemotorsports.com. Also by Brenda's Beauty Bar of Bloomington. See Brenda for expert hair care for the whole family. Get wet, get wild, and get styled at Brenda's Beauty Bar in Bloomington. The sports page in Belmont welcomes you in for high school beverages and to order out their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The sports page in Belmont. And by First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Tyler Dictanis, Chuck Rasmussen, and Scott Tolzman with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth perched atop the bleachers here at Lancaster High School. A very fun day of high school wrestling, and really starting to ramp up now as we get into the championship rounds. And Chuck, I'll say this: this is one of the best run tournaments in the area that we certainly get to cover. It seems like things move very smoothly. Give a lot of credit to Brett Rollins, Coach Sturmer. You were talking about the staff at the head table. Everyone doing an excellent job here at today's tournament.
Well, everybody that's here as far as working this has done this for a number of years. Again, you talked about Dwayne Lees and Kathy Pennekamp on the head table there with Brett Rollins. You know, Sturmer's the math major, so he knows how this should be run then too. You know, we had some confusion there at the beginning as far as maybe more us than them then too, but with round robins and the different brackets as far as with that then too, but ran very, very well. You know, we got a good group of officials here, the table workers here. You know, we got Jerry Vesperman working table 1 down there along with Lizzie Dressler, Kyle Stickelstad, and Sue Zenz working on table 2, and Jace Landkamp and Eric Vesperman and Travis Klein down there on table 3. Yeah, and it does run very, very well then too. So it's been a good day. We're going to have some very good matches. Scott and I were just looking at the brackets coming up here too, and there's several that we got our eyes on that I think will be really good matches. So good tournament.
Yep, and I'll ask you guys this. When you're in when you're in the weigh-ins and in the seating meetings, for these tournaments, what factors go into how these brackets and how these round robins are set up? What goes into that determination? Is it just kind of a coach's consensus, or what exactly goes into that?
I did not go to the coaches meeting today.
Right.
I generally do, but for the round robins, my guess is, and I'm pretty confident in saying this, that what they did, that they tried to get it so the best 2 wrestlers are going to meet in the round 5. And
right.
From Scott and I looking at the brackets here, that's pretty much what they did, and it looks like that's what we're going to have. So other than that, other seeding criteria would be maybe how they did last year in the tournament, if there was a need to, but primarily it's going to be records, I think, this year. So, but yeah, most all the brackets are in the round robin format, or they did it in the scramble format where they had 2 groups of 4 maybe, and then took the 1 and 2s and the 2 and O's, the 1 and 1s, the 0 and 2s, and split them up, and then moved on from there. So yeah, it's to get the key, I think, is to get these wrestlers more matches, and
right.
Get the experience. Quite a few very young, a lot of freshmen and sophomores wrestling today.
Yeah, with this kind of format, it is, you want your good wrestlers wrestling good kids, and your younger kids wrestling more people that are their ability to gain that experience, but also to gain some confidence. It's tough to put a freshman out against a senior, and especially if the senior is very good and your freshman is just learning. Going out there doesn't give you a lot of mat time or experience.
Yeah, not really to an advantage of either of the wrestlers.
No.
Yeah, but one of the benefits of these tournaments too, you'll see wrestlers going against each other that normally wouldn't see each other in the postseason with the way the divisions are broken up. We just saw some excellent matchups between Lancaster and Darlington Blackhawk, where state qualifiers going head to head. You don't see that very often unless you have these types of tournaments available, and that's kind of a good measuring stick to kind of see where you're at and what you need to improve on as we head towards the postseason.
Yeah, and we have Sparta, who is a Division I school. Lancaster and River Ridge are Division III schools, and I think all the rest of them are wrestling Division II this year. So, yeah, it's good to get a little different competition. The change, the WIAA made the change as far as matches, and now you can have as many types of matches you want to say, quads or duels or big tournaments or whatever it is too, but as long as no wrestler gets, and I don't know if it's less than 50 or if they can have 50 matches before they start the regional series.
Right.
So it's a good thing there too, and yeah, works well. Officials coming back. Joe Poots here with the taking his seat here by the table, getting ready to go. Another one up here in the stands, talking with some wrestling parents. We'll be ready to go here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but all of a sudden it's starting to get really hot in this gym with the number of people that are in here. Normally we kind of get a draft behind us, where we're at, but I am sweating up here right now. So yeah, a great crowd on hand. Every school pretty well represented here. Looking across from us, the River Ridge crowd, Cuba City, Southwestern Benton, then Lancaster, then Belmont, Platteville. It's been a pretty steady diet of people in each of the respective sections, and then on our side as well, just kind of looking down, you see people kind of moving around to get a front row seat by the mats where their wrestlers are competing. So it's been a very good environment here today.
Yeah, gotta say a thank you to the wrestling club also for allowing us to come in and have some lunch on them today.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
The pork sandwich a must-have. I will advocate for that. Our coverage today brought to you by People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their 20 area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Amber Auto Body Repair, a division of Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream today on WGLR.com and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Majestic View Dairy of Lancaster. From the farm to your fridge, they produce milk for delicious and nutritious beverages and food. Learn more at Majestic View Classroom on Facebook. Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. And by Russell Law Offices, they're here to assist you with your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, personal injury, and more. Proudly serving southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports SoundCloud page. If you missed any part of today's action or any of our other recent high school sports broadcasts, listen back to the recordings anytime on demand at soundcloud.com/Queen Bee Radio Sports. We're just a couple minutes away from picking up the action again here at the 56th Annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. Tyler Dictanis, Chuck Rasmussen, and Scott Tolzman with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Perched atop the bleachers at Lancaster High School. They've just asked the wrestlers to clear the mat, and we are set to resume action in Lancaster. Thank you to everyone who is watching us on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our stream also available on the Lancaster Community School YouTube page. Want to give special thanks to Rob Callahan and Tim Krieger of TC Networks for helping us get the streaming set up here at Lancaster High School. They've been outstanding partners with our streaming efforts that we've tried to bring to you this high school sports season. So thank you to you guys. We've had a flawless stream to this point. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to Rob and Tim for their efforts in helping us pull this off. So the mat assignments are being mat assignments have been put out, and looks like our most local wrestlers will be competing on mat 2 to begin. Got a wrestler from River Ridge. Broadcast today brought to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington.
All right, we'll start with that mat on mat number 2, and that's going to be Alvarez Navi from Belmont Platteville. He's wrestling against Cameron Worley from River Ridge Casco. to be the championship match at 113 on mat number 1 between Landon Connolly from Sparta, and Eli Aird from Darlington.
And that score is 0-0 in the first.
And on mat number 3, it's going to be Brandon Walters from Sparta. And his opponent was Ethan Aird from Darlington. And it was Aird coming up with a fall in the first period.
And on mat 2, Denavi from Belmont Platteville will pin Worley from River Ridge Cassville in 40 seconds. Still no score on mat 1 between Connolly and Aird.
Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley wishing the Wolves success. Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley.
2-point takedown for Aird from Darlington Blackhawk. 25 seconds left to go in the first period. He's got Connolly broken down on his stomach, working the arm bar. Trying to suck it under. Rotates it, trying to put it up on his back. Connolly gets up to his base.
On mat number 2, it's going to be Devin Leetzow from Sparta. He has a record of 19-2 now. He's going to be wrestling against Dylan Weigel from Belmont Platteville. His record is 25-5.
We also have a River Ridge wrestler wrestling against Cuba City on mat number 3. Don't know which weight class that is.
I'm guessing that's 26, and that's Tracer from Cuba City and Bedward from River Ridge Cassville. Leads out with the first takedown on Weigel. Weigel up and get the escape.
On mat 1 with Aird and Connolly. Aird wants to start the second period up. Again, he's ahead 2-0. He's got Connolly broken down. Working the arms.
What did you have there?
Cuba City got the pin in period number 1.
There's Tracer.
Cuba City Collision and Repair LLC. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair.
Geismore and Sparta must be 126 on mat 3. Or 132.
Sure. Leads out with a 2-1 lead yet over Weigel from Belmont Platteville. They just went out of bounds with 42 seconds remaining in the first period.
On mat 1, it's still Aird 2 points over Connolly from Sparta. 45 seconds left to go in the second period.
Weigel takes the shot, unable to get it back up. Leetzow immediately with a reshot. Switches to a double, then they go right up to their heads and shoulders. Leetzow and now both wrestlers completely out of bounds. They go back to the center and get set at 14.1 first period.
Aird still working on top. He's got Connolly broken down. 25 seconds left to go in the second period. Aird's got the half in with the one-on-one. Let's go the one-on-one. Still has the half. 10 seconds left to go in the second period. He's trying to tilt Connolly over. Now he's got the barbed wire.
Weigel had a nice shot to end the first period there too, but Leetzow able to put in a whizzer, and the takedown attempt not complete. Weigel will start the second period in the down position. Leetzow working from left arm around the waist to right arm around the waist.
Aird starts the third period on the bottom. He's up to his base. He's trying to back out. Connolly has a half in, trying to keep Aird from backing out. Aird now reaches back, grabs the leg, sits. Got Connolly on his butt.
Michael up to his feet. He'll make the cut through, and they'll tie things up at 2-2 with 1:05 in the second period. Leetso ahead inside double.
Connolly still in control. Air still has the leg, but unable to do anything with it. Now he breaks the hold. Has Connolly up, sits through. He's got Connolly down, but hasn't been able to score any points as Connolly's still hanging on to that leg. He hangs on to that ankle. He keeps Aird from moving around, scoring that reversal. And it's going to be called stalemate. They'll start over. 20 seconds left to go in the third period. Aird's up 2-0.
Weigel just reversed, and now it's 4-4 with 6 seconds remaining in the second period.
Connolly let Aird go. Tries to throw. Gets a 2 takedown, but nothing to the back. Lets him go, Aird go again. Now he's going to try to throw him again. 2 seconds. There it is. Aird from Darlington Blackhawk is going to beat Connolly from Sparta 4-2.
McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs. If you've been considering adding a generator to your operation, contact McNett Electric of Belmont. Also by the sports page of Belmont, they welcome everyone to stop in for some ice cold beverages and to order out their menu. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 11 to 1:30 and 4:30 until 9. Also visit Saturday and Sunday, open 11 until close.
Weigel working in the top position to start this third period. We're tied at 4-4 between Devin Leetso from Sparta and Dylan Weigel from Belmont Platteville. Weigel again a freshman at 25-5. Leetso at 19-2. He is a sophomore. And now on mat number 1 at 120 pounds, it's going to be Jamin Krapp from Lancaster wrestling against Brady Burmeister from River Ridge Cassville.
Okay, let's stick with mat number 1 if we could, Chuck.
All right, we're tied up. Now Krapp with a snap down. Trying to come around and hook up, I'm guessing, his cradle. Got the long arms to work with that cradle, but he's just going to come around and get the 2 takedown. Jamin Krapp wrestling against Brady Burmeister here at 120 pounds. Krapp the tilt, able to come up with a near fall. And there will be a 3 near fall awarded to Krapp as Burmeister gets back over to his base.
On mat 2, score 6-4. Weigel down. On mat 3, another Belmont Platteville. Geismore is winning 12-2.
And Jamin Krapp comes up with the fall off the arm bar and a half. In the time of 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, and residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942. And by D&D Electric in Lancaster, specializing in industrial wiring, maintenance, install, and control. Flying Arrow proud D&D Electric in Lancaster. Now let's look at mat number 2, closing seconds in this one.
Weigel just got an escape with 10 seconds left to go, make the score 6-5. He shoots in for a single, backs out, unable to get it. And that's where the match is going to end. Score 6-5.
Sire T Auto Body Complete Collision Repair with PPG paint warranty, spray and bed liners, free pickup and delivery, and loaner cars too. Tires also handles your claim process. Call Eric at Tires in Bloomington. And by River of Lakes Resort for family-friendly camping and excellent fishing in the backwaters of the Mississippi. Get away at River of Lakes Resort. Learn more at rolcamp.com. River of Lakes Resort in Bagley.
On mat number 1 in a wrestleback match here, it's going to be Levi Nichols from Sparta. He is a sophomore wrestling against Brady McCartney, a freshman from Lancaster.
On mat 3, Keismore from Belmont Platteville will end up winning 14-2.
And Joe Esser will take the mat over on mat number 3 from Lancaster. Esser's opponent will be Connor Brimmeyer from Cuba City.
Yeah, let's go to mat number 3, Chuck.
All right. Brimmeyer from Cuba City. And again, Joe Esser from Lancaster. This is for third place in the 132-pound weight class. Esser underneath. Switches from a high crotch to a double. He's going to drive right on through. And Esser will get the takedown off to the side. Now with a half Nelson is Esser. Trying to come up with a pin is Joe Esser for the Flying Arrows. Esser has met near fall criteria. So now back to his base goes Brimmeyer. Esser will pick up a 3 near fall, making the score at 5-0. Just under a minute in the first period showing on the clock. Brimmeyer up to his feet, and Esser will let him go without a lot of resistance, making it 5-1 at the 35-second mark of the first period.
At the end of the first period, McCartney is down 4-1 going into the second period against Nichols from Sparta.
That match is for 5th place at 138 pounds. Esser and Brimmeyer working on their feet now. End of the period, 5-1 Esser.
McCartney's trying to go out the back door to get an escape. He's got the leg. He's going to cut the corner. Nichols stands up, comes back down. McCartney still has that leg. Nichols is hanging on to the ankle. Cross facing, trying to get back around.
Esser, a nice job of sitting out and hitting the switch to make the score at 7-1.
McCartney just scored an escape to make the score 4-2 with a minute left to go in the second period.
Meyer up to his feet, and Esser will let him go again, and they'll work takedowns. 7-2.
McCartney shoots, gets into a single. Nichols picks the ankle. McCartney's trying to get around. He's got broken down. There's a 2-point takedown to tie the score 4-4 in the second period with about 35 seconds left to go.
Esser switches from a snap down to a facelift, and he's got a takedown on Brimmeyer with right now a minute to go in the second period.
McCartney's got the arm bar half. Riding parallel, trying to jump sides. Now he's going to walk around the head, driving, and he's taking Nichols over to his back and scoring some back points. Nichols rolls through, trying to pop out. McCartney scores 2 near fall, and that's the end of the second period with McCartney ahead now 6-4.
Esser and Brimmeyer move out of bounds. They'll come back to the center at 9-2. Esser in the second period with 23 seconds remaining.
Carver's Hardwood Flooring LLC in Benton for hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
McCartney and Nichols start up in neutral in the third. Shoots in, comes around, and scores a takedown. McCartney now ahead 8-4.
End of the second period. Esser with that 9-2 lead.
McCartney's got an arm bar in, far wrist. Tries to push him over. He loses position and gets reversed. 8-6 with a minute left to go. Nichols lets him go.
Briemeyer starts the third period. He'll work his way up, and Esser will let him go. Not a lot of resistance there. 9-3 Esser.
Nichols had let McCartney go to make the score 9-6. McCartney shot into a single, lifts him up, cuts, and brings him down to the mat to take the lead 11-6. He's got an arm bar in and a one-on-one. Trying to walk around the head. He's got Nichols over on his back, scoring back points. 20 seconds left to go in the match. McCartney just picked up 3 more near fall points to make the score 14-6, and there's the buzzer. McCartney with the win over Nichols of Sparta, 14-6.
Esser just warned for stalling as he went out of bounds. 53 seconds remaining, third period. He leads 9-3. Briemeyer takes a shot. Esser gets the feedback and spins around and got behind Briemeyer, but Briemeyer able to face, and again, they're neutral. Esser gives up a point. Not sure if that was for, well, it would have been for stalling. Esser takes a nice double leg shot, and on the way down, he's going to take Briemeyer not quite far enough to get near fall criteria. And that will be the match. Esser wins by a score of 11-4.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington trusts the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942.
On mat 1 right now at 138 pounds, we have Sefru from Darlington Blackhawk and Lomar from Broadhead Judah. Score is 2-1. Sefru had taken him down and then let him go. So they're both in neutral position. Working the center of the mat. Sefru tries to take a shot. Romer backs out. They tie up. 30 seconds left to go.
We also have a couple of local wrestlers on mat number 2 at 138 pounds.
That is Belmont Platteville, right? At 32.
Yeah, I think it's Olerich and
that's at 38. Okay, Ulrich, yep. 138 and different singlet we've not seen today.
It's a Benton singlet.
Yeah.
Benton. Okay, Cuba City, Benton Southwestern. All right, the green singlet for Nick Reddington.
End of the first period on mat 1. Sefroot leads 4-1. Sefroot chooses down to start the second period. Sefroot stands up, trying to break the hands. Lomar picks him up, pulls him back down to the mat. Sefroot in his base. Comes down, tries to peel the hand. Sefroot is tripped by Lomar back to the mat. Lomar tries to put the head lever in. Sefroot sits out, spins around, gains the escape. 5-1.
And able to put the wrestler's name on their backs. It's Reddington. Name on that green and white singlet there. 4-1 in the second period. Reddington in the down position wrestling against Mason Ulrich from Belmont Platteville.
Sefroot shoots in for a single, works off to a double, squeezes and takes Lomar down to the mat to make it 7-1 with 55 seconds left to go.
Reddington up, and he's got the escape, making the match at 4-2.
Sefroot still in control. Lomar stands up. Sefroot tries to pick him up, brings him back down to the mat. Now Sefroot tries to work that little bit of a head lever, pulls the arm in, breaks Lomar down to his stomach.
Ulrich with another takedown, now working off to the side. Trying to split Reddington. And Reddington exposes his back, but just for a 1 count, about 3 times. Not going to give up any points there. Out of bounds.
The second period will end with Sefroot ahead, 7-1 over Lomar. Third period, the start. Lomar chooses down. Sefroot is up. Lomar stands up. Wrist control, peels out and gains the escape. Minute 50 seconds left to go in the third period. Both wrestlers in the middle.
Sefroot, the only undefeated wrestler in today's tournament. 21-0.
They tie up. Sefroot looking for a shot. They break. They're back into almost the center. Lomar takes a shot, backs out.
8-3 the score. Reddington trails. Ulrich from Belmont Platteville, they start the third period. Reddington in the top position as Ulrich up, and he'll get the escape.
Sefroot did a shuck by. Both wrestlers end up going out of bounds with the restart. 50 seconds left to go in the third period. Sefroot from Darlington Blackhawk versus Lomar from Broadhead Judah. Sefroot's up 7-2. Sefroot tries to take a shot, driving him. Both wrestlers out of bounds. Sefroot with another shot. Lomar backs out.
Nice gesture by Reddington there as they went out of bounds, and he got up first, reached down and grabbed Ulrich's hand, pulled him up off the mat, and again, Reddington trailing 9-3.
10 seconds left to go. Third period, Sefroot still ahead, 7-2. Lomar tried to take a shot and pick up Sefroot. Sefroot kind of pancakes out, ends up With nothing at the end of the third period, Sefru from Blackhawk Darlington will win over Lomar from Broadhead Judah 7-2.
Nolan Hankey from Lancaster, Levi Wood from River Ridge Catholic are on deck on mat 1. Hankey and Wood in mat 1.
All right, on mat number 1 right now, it'll be the 145-pound championship match. It will be Marcus McIntyre from Broadhead wrestling against Devin Tidrick from Lancaster. McIntyre takes a shot real quickly. He's going to take Tidrick up for a bit and brings him down for a 2 takedown. McIntyre, a junior with a record of 19-2. Tidrick, also a junior, with a record of 12-7.
On mat 2, Ulrich will end up winning 13-8 over Reddington from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton.
On deck on mat 2 at 160 pounds. Landon Bush from Cuba City, Benton, Southwestern.
Tidrick with an escape. McIntyre back in with a beautiful double leg, and he's going to take Tidrick down. 2 takedowns already for McIntyre. We've just passed the 30-second mark of the first period. And he's going to use that tilt and kind of roll on through and not give up any back points. So as McIntyre now hooks in the right leg on the right leg of Tidrick.
We get Braden Joseph from Cuba City, Dylan Weiler from Belmont Clarksville, and Devin Lazal from Sparta. Please report the stage at this time. 126
McIntyre has Tidrick belly and chest on the mat. Trying to power half on the left-hand side of Tidrick, nearing that 45-second mark of the first period.
On mat 2, we have Chris from Darlington at 152 versus Pickle from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton. Is that?
Yes.
On mat 3, the start of the first period, we have Wolf from Lancaster and Poss from Sparta.
If we get your attention to the stage for 126 pounds, in third place, Brandon Joseph from Cuba City. In first place, Dylan Weiler from Belmont Clarksville.
In that match, on mat 3, the score is 0-0 with a minute left to go in neutral position.
Both Wolf and Poss are sophomores, nearly identical records. I'm impressed with McIntyre from Broadhead. In real quickly on Tidrick to start the second period, and he's got another takedown leading 8-1. Marcus McIntyre.
On mat 3, we have blood time. Wolf looks like he's got a bloody nose. Poss ended up with a shuck by takedown to lead 2-0 with about a minute left to go.
In the 145 and 152 pound weight classes. Championship round of the Lancaster Invitational, the, what do we say, 56th annual?
Yep, 56th annual.
Okay, Tidrick starts again now after they went out of bounds. In the down position, trailing 8-1 at the minute 11 mark of the second period.
On mat 2, right now in the second period, Pickle is ahead over Christ, 2-0.
Tidrick still trying to work up off the bottom, and now his opponent McIntyre is going to be warned for stalling. Riding parallel, just keeping Tidrick down to the mat.
still have blood stoppage on mat number 3 as well.
And then on mat 2, Pickles able to get a reversal and now leads over Chris 4-0.
Wolf's is not a nosebleed. That looks like a cut above the eye.
Yep.
And it looks like the match is over.
And they're gonna, he's going to default. He can't get the blood stopped. So Wolf will default out.
Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942.
And on mat 2, Pickles going to pick up the victory over Chris from Darlington Blackhawk with a pin.
Benton State Bank with branch locations in Schellsburg and Potosi, Tennyson, serving all of your financial needs with a hometown personal touch. The Benton State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
As they go to the third period, McIntyre will pick up the escape, right back in quickly. He's got another takedown on Tidrick. Match score now at 11-1.
On mat 2 right now, we have Bush from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton, and Connolly from Sparta. In the first period, it's 0-0, about a minute, 30 seconds left to go. Both are working the edge of the mat. Good break. Still on the edge. Now they work back towards the middle.
I think both Bush and Connolly are 4-0 on the day.
Minute left to go. Still both on the neutral position.
Tidrick still being controlled by McIntyre. Nearing that half-minute mark of the third period, Tidrick still trailing 11-1.
Bush gets warned for stalling. Ref stops the match, bring him back into the middle, starts it. Neutral position. Both are trying to gain head control. Tied up on the edge, and they go out of bounds. Have a restart.
And McIntyre will win by major decision, 11-1.
10 seconds left to go on mat 2. Score still 0-0. And that's the way first period will end on mat 2. 0-0.
And now on mat number 1 at 160 pounds, it's going to be Nolan Hankey from Lancaster, and his opponent will be Levi Worley from River Ridge Castle.
Now let's focus in on that one if we could.
All right. Worley in on a shot, hits a fireman. A nice scramble by Hankey, and Hankey's going to come out on top here and get the takedown as he hooks in his legs. A little bit high, Hankey. Using his leverage, though, with the power half on the right-hand side. Decides to let go of that. And they'll go out of bounds and get started again with 1:28 showing on the clock in the first period.
On mat 2, ends flurry of moves. We had a reversal from Connolly from Sparta. Bush then is able to counter with his reversal. So score is 2-2. About a minute left to go. potentially dangerous, so they'll have a restart.
Worley with a reversal, with an escape and a takedown, excuse me. And he leads now 3-2 over Hankey. Hankey gets an inside switch. He's got the reversal, making it 4-3. And Hankey will pretty much give Worley the escape, making it now 4-4. Hankey a freshman, Worley a senior.
Back on mat 2. Bush gets a 2-point near fall, and Connolly's able to come out of it and get a 2-point reversal, and the match is going to be stopped for locked hands. Bush will score 1 point for a penalty, locked hands.
Worley and Hankey in the neutral position, under 10 seconds first period. And we'll end up the first period with that 4-4 score.
Route 35 Pub and Pizza. Come see them Tuesday through Sunday. Like them on Facebook for specials and updates. Route 35 Pub and Pizza in Bloomington. Also by Brenda's Beauty Bar of Bloomington. See Brenda for expert hair care for the whole family. Get wet, get wild, and get styled at Brenda's Beauty Bar of Bloomington.
Stoppage on the mats.
Hankey and Worley still wrestling as Worley comes up to his feet. Hankey hooks in a leg. Be potentially dangerous.
On mat 2, Bush tries to do a short sit with a head pull. Doesn't get it. Broken down. Connolly's got the leg in. About 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Bush ahead, 5-4.
Worley trying to work out from underneath. Hankey shows good flexibility and good hips here. Maintains control. Half a minute into the second period, we're still tied at 4.
On deck on mat 3, 195 pounds, Fox Austin from Cuba City, Southwestern. CJ Struley from Broadway. Austin and Struley, mat 3.
160-pound weight classes on the mat right now, at least 2 of the 3. Worley with the escape. Now in on a shot is Worley, and he's going to get close to the takedown, but hipping over is Hankey, and now getting out of position is Hankey as Worley works to get, no, they're going out of bounds. Good scramble there between Levi Worley and Nolan Hankey. Neutral.
Going back to mat 2. Bush started it down. Was able to get a reversal. Leads Connolly 7-4 with about a minute 30 seconds left to go. Bush is controlling the arms and keeping Connolly bottled up.
Out of bounds. Worley and Hankey.
Connolly's got the, Bush has got the arm. It's got the half, 1-on-1. Connolly's able to break the half. Bush is still controlling the 1-on-1. Let's go. Trying to put the arm through the leg. He's trying to step over, throws the half back in. Doesn't quite get it.
Hankey pummeling in. Got 2 underhooks. And out of bounds they go before he can score off that.
Bush has got Connolly in a position where he scores some back points. Scored 2 back points. He will now take the lead 9-4. The ref stops the match with 27 seconds left to go.
Hankey starts the third period in the down position. Immediately comes up and hits a switch, and he's taken Worley over to his back. Close to coming up with a fall, and there is the fall. Pin time of 4 minutes and 22 seconds for Nolan Hankey.
Mat 2, 19 seconds left to go. Potentially dangerous move. Ref will stop it. Connolly is down. Bush is up. There's a start. Bush breaks Connolly down. Hoists the leg over to try to take him to his back. Connolly gets called for stalling. 5 seconds left to go. And Bush from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton will beat Connolly from Sparta 9-4.
Carver's Hardwood Flooring LLC in Benton for hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
All right, Bryce Golly out on mat number 1 in the 182-pound weight class. Golly with a record of 20-4, wrestling against Broadhead's Clayton Elliott. Elliott with a record of 15-5.
On mat 2, looks like Davis from Belmont Platteville versus Lowinger from Lancaster.
So let's go back and forth between those two.
All righty. No score in either match.
No, both in neutral.
Golly, nice job of just a slide by, and he's going to get the takedown on Elliott.
Davis catches Lowinger in a throw to his back, gets a 2 takedown and a pin in 30 seconds. So Davis from Platteville, Belmont will defeat Lowinger from Lancaster.
Yeah, Golly just got penalized. He knows it. Kind of smiled now. That was a full Nelson. Yep, it was. Sorry about that. Golly flattens Elliott down. Now working off to the side, trying to dig in a half Nelson. He's got that half Nelson about at 90 degrees. Now has near fall criteria met. Golly trying to come up with a fall. He still has 40 seconds in this period, and that's a pin time of 2 minutes and 21 seconds for Bryce Golly.
D&D Electric in Lancaster, specializing in industrial wiring, maintenance, install, and control. Flying Arrow proud, D&D Electric in Lancaster. Also by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. Trust the pros at Hermson's for assistance with your next ag, commercial, and residential project. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center, Bloomington, family owned since 1942.
On mat number 3 at 182 pounds, Denar from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton will pin Goebel from Darlington.
195 pounds now at mat number 1. It's going to be Ryan McCartney for the Flying Arrows at a record now of 18-5 in the season. His opponent is Ross Christ from Darlington with a record of 17-3. Chris placed 5th at the Mid-States a couple weeks ago. McCartney placed 6th at the Bi-State tournament. McCartney is senior, Chris is just a sophomore. 195 pounds.
Right now on mat 3, we have Austin from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton versus Whitey from Broadhead, Judah. And Whitey has just taken Austin down, leads 2-0.
McCartney with a snap down, but he doesn't have room as to spin around and get to 2. As Chris is all the way out of bounds, McCartney pushes through, and they'll both go out of bounds to get a new start at 58 seconds on the clock, first period.
Sports Page welcomes you in for ice cold beverages and order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fits, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The Sports Page in Belmont.
Chris takes his shot, not successful, back up to their feet. They push away. Chris in on another shot again. McCartney with his hips in, feet back. Left arm around the waist from the front. Chris trying to drive through yet on McCartney. McCartney off to the side. He's got a snap down. He's got the elbow. Right arm all the way over to the elbow. 12 seconds. Chris now back in on a shot, trying to drive McCartney. And they'll go out of bounds. Close to getting the takedown was Chris. The feet were drug out of bounds before he was able to complete the takedown.
On mat 3, as the period is close to ending, Austin is still down 2-0. And on mat 2, right now we have Mosley and Waukesha from Cuba City, Southwestern, Benton. No score.
No score in our match on mat number 1, and with that, it's Chris' choice to start the second period. He'll take the down position. McCartney's able to break the hips down to the mat. Hips back up. Chris now hips all the way up. McCartney with a forward arm chop. Chris up to his feet. McCartney, and they go out of bounds.
On mat 3, Austin is behind 4-0. This scores a reversal, make it 4-2. And on mat 2, we have still no score in the first period between Waukesha and Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk. On mat 3, we just picked up a pin. Whitey from Broadhead Judah reverses Austin, takes him to his back, and ends up pinning Austin.
McCartney still in the top position, controlling Chris. Chops an arm again and brings Chris' hips back down to the mat. Another arm chop. Chris up on all fours. Now up to his feet goes Chris. McCartney in, drops down to a leg, and he'll bring Chris back down to the mat very quickly again. Chris back up to his feet. 20 seconds, and it was 25 seconds, and he'll get the escape. Chris leading 1-0. Second period.
On mat 2, Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk just picked up a technical violation, so Waukesha scores 1 point for a slam. Now leads 1-0, now 2-0, gets escape.
There's a snap and a spin by McCartney. He'll get the 2 takedown, and time has run out here. And there's a discussion now about the time.
Back on mat 2. Waukesha from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton, just gained a takedown over Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk. Now leads 4-0.
No change in the score on mat number 1, so we'll start the third period. McCartney in the down position on the mat, but up on the scoreboard by a score of 2-1. McCartney will sit out, and Chris will just basically push him away, and they're going to go back to their feet. 3-1 McCartney at the minute and 40 mark of the third period. Chris takes the shot, a snap down, and spin attempt by McCartney, but they're back on their feet again.
On mat number 2, we have blood time. Darlington wrestler has a bloody nose.
McCartney now with a snap down in front headlock. Still neutral. Chris able to come up and back out of it, and then immediately takes a shot. Head inside doubles. Chris. McCartney draped over the over the top. Now into a whizzer, and Chris going to do a nice job lifting and bring McCartney down to the mat. It's now 3-3, 49 seconds remaining in the third period. McCartney with the outside leg standing up. Now up, trying to look around and hit the switch, but they're going to go out of bounds before he's able to do that. Back to the center at 3-3 with 30 seconds showing on the clock. And Chris looks over first to his dad and then to the coaches and wants to go neutral. So he's going to let McCartney go and make it 4-3. 25 seconds to go. Chris looks to the clock. Now it's a shot underneath. McCartney with that front headlock. 15 seconds to go. McCartney still with the front headlock. Chris drives in. He's going to take the legs, and they're going to go out of bounds before either wrestler can score. We go back to the center. McCartney has been warned for stalling. 8.2 seconds on the clock. 4-3. McCartney has tapped the head. Chris looks to the clock again. He knows how much time there is. Chris drives in with the doubles, and it will be McCartney with a 4-3 victory as Chris able to come around, but about a half a second after the buzzer. Good match between these two.
Yes, it was.
This might be maybe candidate for outstanding wrestler.
Yeah, that might be match of the meet too.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Bookmark that one. Wrestling Today brought to you by the Sports Page in Belmont. They welcome everyone to stop in for some ice cold beverages and to order off their menu Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 11 to 1:30 and 4:30 until 9. Also visit Saturday and Sunday, open 11 until close. Also by Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors in Belmont. Learn more by visiting their showroom or at carey'sguttersanddoors.com. Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont.
In the third period, on mat 2, Cuba City, Schalzer is leading 4-0 over Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk.
And 220 pounds on the mat number 1 is Paxton Hankey for the Flying Arrows. A snap down already and a takedown, and he's let his opponent go. His opponent is Emmett Allen from Broadhead. Hankey with a record of 14-2. Emmett Allen with a record of 15-6. They're neutral again at 2-1. Hankey with the advantage. There's a snap down, and Hankey with another takedown. He's going to push away. Allen again. Make it 4-2.
On mat 2 with about less than a minute to go, 58 seconds left to go. Wackershauser is ahead 6-0, and we have blood time.
Hankey with an overhook. Allen with his arm around the waist of Hankey. Now there's a roll through by Hankey. He's got Allen in near fall criteria. And Allen able to get back over to his base, but he's going to give up back points. And the score at 6-2. That's not correct. I don't think.
Yeah, 2 escapes.
Yes, but yeah, it's 9-2. The 2 escapes. 3 takedowns for Hankey and then the 3 near fall. Hankey looking to power half on the right-hand side of Allen. Last 10 seconds of first period. Hankey and Allen will go to the second period. Hankey with a 9-2 advantage.
Back on mat 2 with 30 seconds left to go. Waukesha from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton is leading. Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk 6-0. Waukesha's got Mosley on his back. 15 seconds left to go. And there's the pin. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. Waukesha from Cuba City, Southwestern Benton will win over Mosley from Darlington Blackhawk.
We got blood stoppage on mat number 1 while they tend to that. Tell you that our action brought to you by the Sports Page in Belmont. They welcome everyone to stop in for some ice cold beverages and order at the menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, and large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. The Sports Page in Belmont. Also by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting our area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And by Prairie Motorsports of Prairie du Chien and at prairiemotorsports.com. Looks like the blood stoppage has been taken care of, and Hankey's going to start on the bottom to begin the second period.
Hankey steps up, tries to switch, comes back around and gains a 2-point reversal. Now is ahead, 11-2. Hankey lets him go. 11-3 over Allen. Allen shoots in, puts Hankey down on his butt, and gets a 2-point takedown. Hankey steps up. Allen trips him, takes him down. Hankey switches and gets a 2-point reversal. Hankey lets him go. Bye. Score is now 15-6. .50 seconds left to go. Hankey in control. Allen's trying to go out the back door. Hankey sticks both legs in, splits them, takes Allen down to his stomach. Hankey trying to work that arm, pull it up on the back. And we're going to get a warning stalling on Hankey. 30 seconds left to go in the second period.
Community First Bank serving you in Boscoville, Fenimore, Lancaster, Livingston, Muscadet, Platteville, and Prairie du Chien. First for you, member FDIC.
Hankey decides to let him go before the whistle starts, so they'll start neutral. 15-7. Hankey ties up, pushes. They go out of bounds, but now Allen's going to be called for stalling. Allen kind of drops into a double. Hankey tries to come out, hips him over, and puts Allen to his back with a 2-point takedown. There's the pin. In 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Hankey with 4 pins today.
Match action today brought to you by First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Also by the Sports Page of Belmont, they welcome everyone to stop in for some ice cold beverages and order out their menu Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 11 to 1:30 and 4:30 until 9. Also visit Saturday and Sunday, open 11 until close. Also by People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their 20 area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. it looks like that was the final match. Is that correct?
It looks like it. I didn't catch the 285 pound. Did you?
No, there was none.
What happened? And there was 2 of them scheduled. I don't know.
Oh, 285 must have already completed because they're giving away the...
Oh, I know what happened. That Zweifel, I believe, injury defaulted out.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like that has been sorted out, and that concludes our wrestling action today at the 56th Annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. And our broadcast brought to you by First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Coming up, we'll get you the Culver's Cool Down Post-Match Show presented by Culver's in Dubuque. Galena and Platteville will pick out our match of the meet, the tough man of the match, and our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. The Culver's Cool Down Post-Match Show comes your way next on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Brian Steffes Construction is the area's leading authorized WIC building construction company. For all your construction needs, contact Brian Steffes Construction in Mineral Point. WIC Buildings, your dreams, their building expertise. Together we can build something special.
Sports is presented by Ben Reeves CFP, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Platteville. Receiving an inheritance? Give Ben a call. Member SIPC, located by Nutrition World on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville. If you're a farmer, working with a bank that truly cares for its customers is important. When you deal with Apple River State Bank, you have access to a unique combination of experienced bankers and hometown service. Stop by or visit AppleRiverStateBank.com for details, or call Tim White or Jeff Millen in Apple River State Bank's Hazel Green office and see how they can add value to your ag business. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Experience the difference.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. Join Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
Wolf's Grantland Graphics, just a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf's Grantland Graphics offers full-service copying and printing, available in wide format for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf's Grantland Graphics of Lancaster.
For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves in providing full service for their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
Post-match 1.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Just wrapping up the 56th Annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. Tyler Dictanis, Chuck Rasmussen, and Scott Tolzman with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. We'll recap the results of the Lancaster Invite in just a little bit. Just taking a look at the team scores, and I'm assuming that everything has been updated, but I'll hit refresh and see what we have here as far as team scoring goes on our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Sparta finishes in first place with 196 team points. Lancaster finishing in second with 185. Darlington Blackhawk in third with 181. Fourth place, Belmont Platteville with 161 team points. In fifth place, Cuba City Benton Southwestern with 140 points. In sixth place, Broadhead with 128 points. And rounding it out, in seventh place, River Ridge Cassville with 89 team points. That's the scoring results team-wise. for the Lancaster Invitational today. Our broadcast today also brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Your independent agent, Brian Peterson, specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. We'll take another break and come back. We'll recap the match results, who placed in each weight class. Check in on some more updates on our shoebox scoreboard as well. The Culver School Down Post-Match Show continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR.
Post-Match 2. People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Brian Steffes Construction is the area's leading authorized WIC building construction company. For all your construction needs, contact Brian Steffes Construction in Mineral Point. WIC Buildings, your dreams, their building expertise. Together we can build something special.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Experience the difference.
Post-Match 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, wrapping up the Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. And we're awaiting the final brackets to come in so we can give you the full match results. But until we get that, let's check in on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest in boys basketball. A halftime score, Galena on top of Cuba City, 27-26. Cubans coming off a loss last night to Mineral Point in a top 10 matchup and Swallowed rivalry game. Good matchup there against Galena so far today. And a final score on AM 1590 WPVL. Illinois knocks off the Wisconsin Badgers 79-69. The final score in that one.
All right, they've just announced the outstanding wrestler of the tournament, and it's going to go to the Lancaster's Bryce Golly at 182 pounds. Looking to see, we're trying to get a copy of the results, and they're here. Good job.
All right, awesome job. So we have the final results. Let's run those down here.
All right, at 113 pounds, in third place is Landon Connolly from Sparta, the runner-up. I'm reading this incorrectly. The champion at 113 pounds, Eli Aird from Darlington, runner-up Landon Connolly from Sparta, and Colton Isley from Belmont Platteville is third.
At 120 pounds, Ethan Aird from Darlington is first, Jamie Krapp from Lancaster second, and Brandon Walters from Sparta third.
At 126 pounds, the champion is Devin Leitzow from Sparta. Second place goes to Dylan Weigel from Belmont Platteville. And in third place, it's Braden Tracer from Cuba City.
At 132 pounds, it is Kissmore from Belmont Platteville first. Jaden Condor from Sparta, who is second, and in third, Esser from Lancaster.
At 138 pounds, third place goes to Mason Ulrich from Belmont Platteville. The runner-up is Joe Lomar from Broadhead, and the champion at 138 pounds is Owen Sefrud from Darlington.
At 145, it is Marcus McIntyre, Broadhead Judah first, Devin Tydrich from Lancaster second, and Carter Erickson from Sparta third.
152 pounds, third place goes to Nolan Wolf from Lancaster. The runner-up, Brendan Pickle from Cuba City, and the champion at 152 pounds, Nathan Poss from Sparta.
At 160, Landon Bush from Cuba City Southwestern Benton first, Brooke Connolly from Sparta second, and third is Nolan Hankey from Lancaster.
170 pounds, third place goes to Carson Miller from Broadhead. The runner-up, Ty Chris from Darlington, and the champion at 170 pounds is Emmett Brooks from Sparta.
At 182 is Bryce Golly from Lancaster first, Cale Denar from Cuba City Southwestern Benton second, and Caden Davis from Belmont Platteville third.
At 195 pounds, third place goes to C.J. Struley from Broadhead. The runner-up is Ross Christ from Darlington, and the champion at 195 pounds is Lancaster's Ryan McCartney.
All right, 220. First place is Paxton Hankey, Lancaster. Second, John Wackeshauser from Cuba City Southwestern Benton. And third, Riley Mosley from Darlington, Blackhawk.
At 285 pounds, third place goes to Caden Zweifel from Sparta. The runner-up, Owen Callahan from River Ridge Castro. And the champion at 285, I am incorrect again. Porter Monterano is the champion at 285. Brian Lazaro from Darlington is the runner-up, and Owen Callahan from River Ridge Castle is third. All right. Good job there, guys.
All right, those are the final results of the 56th Annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. A very fun day of high school wrestling here at Lancaster High School. A well-run tournament and a lot of great wrestling action. We'll take our final break, and when we come back, we will pick out our match of the meet, the tough man of the match, and our Tri-Core turning point. That's all straight ahead when the Culver School Down Post-Match Show continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Experience the difference.
Heads Up Salon. Sherry, Jennifer, and Brittany at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, perms, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster.
In farming, personal attention from your lender is important to the success of your operation. Innovative financial solutions and quick lending decisions are a tradition at Apple River State Bank. They're ready to help with loans for operations, equipment, livestock, or real estate. Stop by or visit AppleRiverStateBank.com for details, or give Tim White or Jeff Millen a call in the Apple River State Bank Hazel Green office. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
Post-match 3.
Closing up shop on the Culver School Down Post-Match Show, presented by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville, the 56th Annual Lancaster Wrestling Invitational. Wrapping up, Tyler Duktanis, Chuck Rasmussen, and Scott Tolzman with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Let's hand out our post-tournament awards. Let's start off with our match of the meet, sponsored by Wolf Scranton Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf offers full-service copying and printing available in wide format for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf Scranton Graphics of Lancaster. I think we kind of picked it out at the tail end of this tournament here. A very fun matchup. I believe it was 195 Correct. That was a very fun matchup for, was it Paxton?
No, that would have been Ryan McCartney
Yep.
and Christ, I believe, from Darlington.
Darlington, yep.
Good match. I think it ended up 5-4, 4-3.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't have the paper right in front of me, but yeah, great match.
And I believe both of them were state qualifiers last year, or at least fringe state qualifiers. I know McCartney was in. I can't remember.
McCartney, a two-time state qualifier already.
Yep, so that's our match of the meet again, sponsored by Wolf Scranton Graphics of Block Out the Square in Lancaster. Wolf offers full-service copying and printing available in wide format for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf Scranton Graphics in Lancaster. Our tough man of the match, sponsored by Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his construction crew provide themselves in providing full service to their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local wrestlers. They did announce the outstanding wrestler of the tournament. That could be the default for our tournament, but any other wrestlers or any other performances that stand out to you, gentlemen?
Well, I think when you come into a tournament anytime undefeated and walk out of here undefeated, that does show that a little bit of domination. Seth Root from Darlington Blackhawk stays undefeated today.
Yeah, I agree with you there too. Again, undefeated through the year, very talented wrestler. And again, Bryce Golly ends up being the outstanding wrestler as elected by the coaches of the various teams. So, yeah, good.
All right. So that is our tough man of the match, or tough men of the match, sponsored by Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his construction crew pride themselves in providing full service to their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local wrestlers. Our Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. It's kind of hard to pick a turning point in tournaments like this, but the thing that I would just put out there is the way Lancaster's wrestlers performed at the tail end of the tournament to finish in second place behind a very good Sparta squad. A number of performances by McCartney and Hankey really helped Lancaster at the tail end. But are there any individual performances or anything else that stood out to you as a potential turning point?
I think the fact that probably Sparta filled all the weight classes was the determining factor to win the tournament. So
yeah, I'm going to go a little different direction. It was a very well-run tournament. I think the workers did a great job today. I mean, it was a tough tournament in the sense of the round robins and a couple of full brackets. So you really had to keep things going, and they did a good job. And I know that's not part of the game today, but without them, this tournament doesn't run as smooth.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a very, very well-run tournament, and when you've done this 56 times, you kind of know how to run one, and certainly the staff here did a very outstanding job, and I'll just mention too, incredibly helpful to us as far as being able to bring this on 97.7 The Country WGLR and our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It was great working with both of you gentlemen here today. Awesome work. Calling all the action today makes my job a heck of a lot easier when I've got two outstanding pros to help call the action. So thank you both, Chuck and Scott. I want to thank Brad Sturmer, the head coach of Lancaster, as well as Brett Rollins, the athletic director here at Lancaster High School, for being gracious hosts as always, and of course their entire staff running this tournament today. Again, special thanks to Rob Callahan and Tom Krieger of TC Networks for helping us get the audio or our video stream up and running on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and the Lancaster Community Schools YouTube page. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling, presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR FM Lancaster, the Queen Bee radio station. For Chuck Rasmussen and Scott Tolzman, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good afternoon from Lancaster High School.